Can't get a game. Shit, I got some change on me. Look into my eyes, moving it right. I might just pay the fee. She's cash please. Yeah. She got a way of making the block free. Cash please. Yeah. Can't get a game. Shit, I got some change on me. Look into my eyes, moving it right. I might just pay the fee. She's cash please.
And we're back. Welcome back to 1.0. I'm your host, Dr. Shep, and as usual, coming back across the track once again, my friend. I've walked on water, I've walked on land. I got kings and queens that want to shake my hand. Who am I? The doctor. Man, welcome to tonight's show. And just first offhand, I want to give a big shout out, birthday shout out to one of my homeboys, Mr. Mason. Y'all don't know who he is, but he know who he is. Big shout out, man. Happy 13th. And boy, I know you're going to start feeling yourself. That's from Dr. Shep. So we are about to go into the second month of the year of our Lord of 25. Yes, we are. And man, it's building up to be a hell of a second month. I don't know how you can kind of like beat what's transpiring at this moment. I would like to say my condolences to the families of those who are no longer here because of the accident in Washington, D.C. That was terrible. And it's a lot of things that's not understandable about that. I would also like to give my condolences to I think it was like 8 people on the 6 people that were on the aircraft that fell out of the skies in Philadelphia. Now, with that said, I'm thinking that we have to start being cautious, very cautious of travel now. And not only travel, we have to be cautious of how we choose to entertain ourselves. That contains travel or contains being somewhere otherwise you're not familiar with. This is what it's doing, and I don't know what's going on, but I do know something is going on. Okay, and we have to, at some point, we have to start to focusing a little bit more. How can I say that? We have to start focusing just a little bit more to actually see that these things are not normal. Okay? They're not normal. It's been a while. I think it was in the 80s the last time that a plane crashed here in America. Okay? This is not normal for 2 to crash in 2 days out of our skies, the same skies where all these other, in my opinion, my opinion alone, matter of fact, all this whole show is my opinion, and do your own fact checking and don't believe anything I say. Is strictly for entertainment. So, it's strange. It's alarmingly strange. Okay, it's not just strange one day and then it don't happen no more. This is like one thing after another, And who's telling us the truth? Who's telling us maybe we should not travel, take that means of travel right now? And maybe we shouldn't have to be told that. Have you ever thought about it that way? Maybe you should kind of like discern these things yourself. Because to me, it wouldn't be like, okay, well, a plane just fell out the sky. Let me go book my trip. No, I don't think we should do that. Because something is not right. And for these airlines to continue to, I have to be careful with my words here because I want this to get out to you. For airlines to continue to provide this service at this time has to show, because if anything, if the president doesn't come out and say anything, if the mayor or whoever doesn't come out and say anything, if anybody should come out and say anything, it's the people who are flying these planes, who see what is going on, who knows what's up there. But I live in Houston, and I'm in between all the airports, and flights do not stop unless it's weather. Weather shut it down. But here lately, it's been the first time where something in the sky shut down the airport. So something ain't right about up there right now. Not only up there, something ain't right about around here. See, something ain't right around here. And I had like the Tonight Show. I had another show in mind, but I'm like, hey man, what is the deal? Have we broken some deals around here? Did somebody get into an argument that we don't know about? Did somebody owe somebody some money that we don't know about? What's going on, man? Things are not right. And so it's like people need evidence when actually you have what I like to call sensors. We have sensors. You have your eyes. You have this, what we call the skin. This is a sensor, and it's a memory bank, but it's also a sensor. Have you ever come across something that gave you the chills and your hair stood up on your arms or your neck or whatever? These are sensors. So evidence is not needed because my sensors are telling me something ain't right. My spider senses are tingling. Something ain't right. We get no real answers about it because of the present situation. Life has to go on. So it's not like people are not paying attention, but life got to go on. Light bill got to be paid. Food, groceries got to be cooked. Children got to go to school. Taxes got to be filed. All this still got to go on. until it don't. So tonight's show, I had to rename it as "Are we living like a question mark?" Because that's how it feels. You get up and it's a big ass question mark. I don't care if you really got, you can try to plan out your day, if you try to give yourself some activities or whatever. This big ass question mark is following us all around. You know that little thing, you see that light bulb when you got an idea above your head? That's a question mark now. It's no longer an idea. Because none of us have a fucking idea on what the fuck is going on. But my senses tell me that there's some shit going on. You dig? Don't be fooled by Beyonce riding in on a white horse and what P. Diddy did. Don't be fooled by, the migrants, and don't be fooled by the wildfires. Don't be, your head be turned in the wrong direction about none of that. Because now it's out in the open and they can't contain it no more. So we know something going on, but what? I'm not going to sit here and keep looking and not ask, hey man, what's going on? Huh? Y'all just going to keep seeing this? Ain't nobody going to ask what's going on. I ask, hey, sir, excuse me, sir. Can you, can you explain to me what the fuck is going on? Yeah. Because this time is not normal. You know, for me here in my environment, it seems like time has just went together. It'll be Monday for so many hours, and then the next thing you know, it's Friday. These in between days, they're like, they shoot by like, you know, put it like this: a 7-day week feels like a 3-day week. That's how fast time is shooting by. At least that's how they, make it. And they actually do by speeding up the clock, slowing it down, adding a day, taking a day back. We don't know what time or date that we're living in. You actually don't. I'm sorry. You don't know what year it is. You don't know really what your birthday is. You know the date that they gave you, but you don't know really what the day is because time has been back and forth. It has been sped up, slowed down, sped up, slowed down. And then they got something they call a leap year. What the hell do that do? Do it leap 1 year? Do it leap 2 years? Do it leap a month? Do it leap 30 days? Do it leap, what the hell did that do? When the sun comes up at the same time all the time, whatever time they tell you it is, the sun comes up and goes down at the same time. I would say that the same thing about the moon, but here lately the moon don't never go the fuck away. And it's supposed to be in China or Japan somewhere on the other side of the world. But it be right there next to the sun all day. Now, as a young man, I come from the 70s. That didn't happen. Because we were made to believe that it was on the other side of the world. If we had the moon, they had the sun. If we got the sun, they got the moon. That's how we were taught that it worked on this global planet that we live on. But now you can actually see the sun and the moon on the same horizon. Yes, you can. And I know something is different because that's not the same sun of 1971 or the 80s or the 90s or even the 2000s, early 2000s. That's not the same sun. Our sun used to have a little orange to it, you know. This one is pure white. If you ever take time to look into it and don't believe the lie like you're going to go blind and you're going to get a sty on your eye, no, that's not going to happen. You're not going to go blind either. If you look directly at the sun, just don't, too much of anything is bad for you, dummy. So, don't be a fool. But you can look at the sun without no adverse, effects to your eyes. Yeah, you'll temporarily have, the sun spot in your eye for whatever, but it'll go away. And you'll be able to look at the sun directly and see what it really is. And in doing so, you will actually witness the sun doing things. Yep. That's how deep your boy is into it. I finds out if I can. But what is going on, y'all? Our present president, he's really shaking things up. But we've yet to get an answer about what the number one thing is. You can't have this what's going on. Hey, look, I'm in Houston, Texas, and my last show on One Point motherfucking Zero consisted of showing you that there's things in our skies that you and I, as common folk, are not used to. And the rhetoric of it being other beings here is, there's a lot of it. And I'm pretty sure a lot of it is not credible, but I'm also sure that a lot of it is. And the fact is, if one of those are credible, then the rest. And I think it's a good chance that it's more than one of those are credible. So we have to ask ourselves, what is going on? Because to me, and this is just me, it always is, my opinion, that the world that we used to live in has actually went away. We are living in some sort of beginning of a new reality, period. This is a beginning, and I'm so glad to be here in it because I've lived through a couple of realities. Being from the 70s, yes, I've lived through several realities, and it's good to be here in another one. and if you feel me, give me a right on. It's good to be here and witness all these things that used to be, shit that we used to see on the Jetsons. That's how old I am. And a lot of you are that old also to remember all the shit we used to see on the Jetsons. And we would go and put our imagination on drawing paper and draw our own versions of it. And to see that be a reality now, not just what the Jetsons were doing, but the beyond what the Jetsons were doing. Oh yeah, I am, I am, I am happy to be in this time. I am no way afraid. I am happy to see that, just to think that it could be a possibility of better treatment, not just to us as humanity, but to this planet, because I come from nature. You dig? And what I mean by that, I grew up with nature. Nature was my friend. Nature gave me comfort. Nature gave me somewhere to run away to. I used to run away to the woods. And I found comfort there. Nature provided me with food. Because being from a smaller town, country, or whatever, things grew everywhere. Plums, berries, blackberries, pears, sugar cane. We had all of this. I mean, man, I'm like a market, a literal free market of natural things that were directly from the earth or off a vine or off a root. So these are the things that I was used to. So I'm more privy to having that than I am technology or some of y'all's over the top homes you have. You chose to cut something down for that home to be there. Something otherwise that you probably picked off a plum tree. I know you picked some berries, and if you're old enough, you done pick some plums. If you're old enough, you done pick some pecans. Yeah, you done pick some pecans. Yeah, but y'all move these vital things out of the way to have things that could be, destroyed within 15 minutes. Never for it to be replaced. We didn't think about these things because we was led to believe that this was the American dream. But I got a question for you. Do you feel like you're still dreaming? Is it a happy dream? Is it a dream that you dreamed all your life where we are now? Is this what you went to school and got all that education and them degrees and, you know, is this where you expect it to be? With all the knowledge that we thought we were getting and, with all the hard work that we put into ourselves and our family, and we thought we put ourselves up on a status now that it's a chance of something else being out there, you have to know all of that basically means what? I'll wait. What do that mean? But a lot of you want to wait to see if that comes true because you want to hold on to that. So who wouldn't? You worked hard for it. Yeah, you did. You in debt with student loans right now because of it. But look at that life compared to the one that we're going into. And I said it once, said it twice, now I say it 3 times. If you still have the plan that you had 4 years ago, you have yet to understand where we are now. Now, I'm old school and I might say some phrases that y'all understand, but I don't think none of y'all ever drug a dead horse. Yeah. Or a dead cow or a dead rockwaller, a dead anything. If you ever tried to pick it up, pull it, drag it, whatever, it's different from a live weight. Dead weight is something else. And that's just what you pulling if you still trying to work out a plan from 4 years ago. when all of that has changed. It has changed to the point where it's shocking. And that's what we all going through is shock. We're all in shock. I mean, you remember you just got over the sniffles, COVID. You just got over the cough and the mental trauma that it caused. You're not even over that yet. I mean, a lot of us hadn't even soaked in that you went through it, but you did. And if you just take a time, just a minute to think, that was a whole different time within itself. Look at what time that was. Look how we were then. I mean, everybody in America. Look how we were then, and look how we are now. What's going on, man? What the fuck is going on? Because I'm tired of this question mark, man. Follow me around. Some of us still got business outside. But when you go out there, boy, that question mark is just riding your back. Man, god damn. And you don't know what's going to happen. You come back home. The question mark follow you back. Are we living a big question mark right now? And you know what's so ironic about that? With all the computer technology and the AIs, man, seem like we are just as dumb as we can get. I think the Cro-Magnums, man, had it a little better than that. The Flatheads, I think they had it better than that. Times is much more simpler then. But for us to have all this technology and all this information available to us and still be sheep, staying up all night to be led, waiting for the sheepdog to come out there to lead them across the plains. How is that so? That's about as crazy as our United States burning on one side and the other side freezing, and what is in between is flooding or suffering tornadoes. It's about as crazy as that. So somebody tell me what the fuck is going on? Because this question mark is wearing me out, man. The suspense is killing me. You hear me? This is some suspenseful times. I mean, on the edge of your seat type of shit. Now, am I the only one or anybody feeling me? Am I the only one or is anybody feeling what I'm talking about? I just feel like it's just right there. Whatever's happening, the containment that's keeping us from knowing is getting very thin. They can't use nothing else. Because what I seen in Washington, and then what I just recently heard here about the one in Philadelphia, this is getting concerning, y'all. And it's not just for Philadelphia and Washington. This is happening over the over the planet. They come out and they tell us those DR bags or whatever they want to call them now. DR bags was deemed by the FDA to fly around or whatever, and that's cool. But y'all gave them permission to do that in Brazil too. Gave them permission to do it in England. You gave them permission to do it in Japan. Oh, okay, all right. I'm asking too many. Okay, I'm asking too many questions. I'm sorry. I apologize. I apologize deeply for asking these here vital questions, but these are the questions that you need to ask yourself. Not saying that it would do any good, not saying that we have any kind of, you know, L resistance to the power that be. But what we can do, it will give us a chance to prepare ourselves for whatever, and you know, give us a chance to help ourselves. And that's what's lacking right now. They want to fly stuff over your head and have no concern about. Man, I seen videos with little children when the DR bags were showing up. Little children was crying to their mamas about it. Mama, don't let them get me. Don't let them. And that was really disturbing. Very disturbing that you have somebody that probably seen that was in control, that knew that that was bringing fear to the children, and then come out like, yeah, you know, we gave somebody permission to scare the shit out your child. Oh yeah. Well, ain't that special? You gave some bastard permission to scare my child, traumatized. Not only my child, my grandmother, everybody. Just traumatize everybody. And expect us to forget about the other things that were in the sky. Y'all, man, or y'all some mother. You know that? Y'all some mother. But some of us choose not for our head to be turned every which kind of way. Because you really ain't going to do it. I know what you doing, motherfucker. I see these eyes are look at that. Yeah. I see your ass, motherfucker. Get your hands up out my pocket, man. But I really would like to know more about what's going on. We all would. I want this question mark about what our lives are. I mean, where we going with this? Because there's something more happening than just Donald Trump is president now, which I think that's a major head turner right there. It's a major head turner. And these other things that are happening right in our face, it doesn't seem to be accidental. I mean, if you go back 8 months, things have been happening, man. Wi-Fi connections at the bottom of the ocean have been cut. That means somebody went down there and cut it. Ships have been running into bridges. And to top all that, somebody made a movie about it. That was your former president. Leave the world behind. You don't say. You don't say. Yep. So how many licks did it take to get to the center of the lollipop, cuz? We've been licked quite a bit. How many licks did it take to get to the center of the lollipop? Cuz we about there. It's almost difficult. It's almost difficult to even plan a day. They got so many deterrents out there where we used to enjoy. We used to enjoy outside. And outside has become like this strange place, this strange Narnia land. Like when you walk out your door, you walk into Narnia, and it's a fucked up version of Narnia. The animals are not the inhabitants. Here, the people are the inhabitants of that Narnia. Oh, you'll see all kind of beasts, all kind of atrocities for people to survive, just like you did in Narnia. And then when you walk back to your door, you know, you're faced with the regular problems. You won't be fighting beasts, you know. Dragons won't be, coming down, and bears and shit won't be talking. You'll be amongst, familiar beast. Yeah, I've watched Narnia. all of them, And I read The Sword of Truth also. So my imagination is vivid. Y'all bear with me on that. But that's what it's like. You walk out your door, you're walking into a world that you are no longer familiar with. And I know you feel that way. That's that question mark that we're talking about. So when you put on your makeup, put on your eyelashes, you make sure your old sides is slicked down, you take your little bonnet off, and you guys, y'all shave and put your little black out on, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, don't leave home without that question mark. That's your final little, it's like putting on a necklace, you understand me? You gotta put that question mark on. Cause you're dressing up for the unknown. Now, you can say what you want to say, but that's how we living. We getting up every day completely in the unknown. Some of us used to think we had a hold on it. Some of us used to think that we had, everyday answers, and if we do things this way, and if we do it every day, then yeah, we're gonna get there. Not saying that was no bad plan. But something or somebody to switch that up for all of us. Ain't no sense y'all not admitting it to yourself. Let's all admit that to ourselves. Man, the game has been changed drastically. It's been changed drastically. Most of us are religious people, and most of us was raised as religious people. It has implications even on that. Even those implications are there. And when that come into question, you have to know control of the people are going to come into question. Keeping us under control is going to come into question also. And I think that's why we're not being told, because they don't want a head start on that. They don't want a head start on us, particularly being almost forced to pay attention, be more aware. Excuse me, be right back. I'll keep talking though. Yeah, they're not ready for us. They're not ready for us to stop footing the bill. That's the only reason we are still somewhat valuable to them, because we actually fit the bill for all this madness that's going on. We fit the bill for the space program. We fit the bill for astronomy. We fit the bill for medical research. We fit the bill for all of that, for them to turn around and pay your ass back with a big question mark. Yes, sir, Bob. All that, and it kills me because I have to keep hitting y'all like that, and I'm not downing anybody for what they done in life, because none of it was our fault. We only followed what We only followed what, the road that was paid for us, okay? So this is not a down to anybody, and I appreciate you, whatever service that you gave in life, whatever you provided the human race with, whether it was just, putting another human being on this planet. That's what we were here for. So, everyone is great and has a purpose to me. But what I'm saying is that if we realized, then I do think that it would make a difference, because we are a frequency. And I think the whole message is that we are one frequency. And if we all do something as one, then there's no way that that frequency could be broken. It would be overwhelming, meaning there is no fight, there is no battle, there is none of that. All it is change. And it's a change of reality. And I think that's the big secret. If we start manifesting the same thing all at once, there's no way that it cannot come into existence. And I think if we all figured that out, then there would be no such thing as elites or Illuminatis or all these names that we come up with these people that have controlled us by way of education and by way of finances and money, and by way of putting like the carrot in front of the mule, making you chase something that you're never going to obtain. So all we really have left to feel like you are entitled to is the truth. That's all we have left. If we've done this for y'all all our lives, and it's really like nothing we could do, but if we've done this, if we funded all of these things that we, complain about, all these things that is problems to us, we have funded it. And the least that you could do is break us off with a little truth, man. What the fuck is going on? Come on now. Come on, cuz. Tell me what the fuck is going on. I can ask, but in this instance, I know it won't happen until it happens. So my message is that when it does happen, have your eyes open. Don't be focused on the bullshit. Because when you see it, it's a possibility it could be too late. So by the sound of my voice, look to the skies, because it's something there. I do know that myself. If you can't get the information from someone else, you can actually step outside your door and you could gain a little information on your own. Don't wait for somebody to tell you. I'm just informing you. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm informing you that it's right outside your door. If you step out and you look up, it's right outside your door. The change that has come into our lives now. For me, it was like flat tops, jerry curls, biker shorts. These were dramatic changes, break dancing and shit like that. So, to me, like I said, it's a beautiful time to be alive, to see this, because I come from another reality, and I've lived through several. And to be here in this reality, man, it's It's incredible to me. And I hope that along the way that you are, learning and your eyes are opening and you getting to experience this change too as well. Because it's not all bad. And especially if you are, you know, certain people, you know that the treatment that has been, perpetrated on you, uh, you know how we have been made to live. You know how we have been kind of left out of things. And man, if it's any chance that it's something out there that understands peace and love and harmony and free energy and different kind of travel and being more spiritual, I am with it. You hear me? I can't wait. I can't wait to apply for whatever job they got. You understand what I'm saying? Serious. I can't wait to be the employee of the month for these people, man. Because all that I named off is possible for humanity to do. We shouldn't have the aliens have to have them come here and show us how to live or show us what real medicine is and show us what real healing is and how to heal ourselves. Instead, we create sickness. You create sickness and then you sell me a band-aid for it. Not the cure. You sell me a band-aid that'll keep me alive and keep me coming to you to stay alive. Instead of giving me what you damn well know exists. Because that's what our ancestors used. But welcome to America. So it's time for y'all to start feeding yourself some truth. Y'all, this is not no game. This is not no fairy tale. This is really happening. We are somewhere in the future that all of us, I don't think, was ready for this time jump that they say we have, and I believe it because nothing feels the same. I feel out of place, and I feel as if waiting, anticipating the metro bus. You looking down there, any kind of headlights you see, you think it's the metro bus, but it ain't. And you sitting there because you ready to go. You ready to get to your destination. And that's what I'm talking about. I'm ready to get to my destination. I'm tired of hanging around here, man, waiting on this bus, man. I'm ready to ride out. And what I mean by that, I'm ready for to taste what life could have been like if we would have started this on our own as a human race. I'm ready to taste what enlightenment is. I'm ready to know who I am, not only who I am, but who my ancestors were, so I can understand me more. I'm ready to know what kind of real true power that lies beyond this mystery that we call our brain and our spirit and our heart. It's something more to us. And that could be the reason because of we are the true inhabitants of this place. The people that they're trying to keep from us could be some of your skin folks. Yeah. They could be some of your skin folks, which are here. Might be true. Mm-hmm. So I just don't think that all the time that we spend partying, Y'all excuse me. Ooh, let me put this down. Lord, excuse me. All the time that we just spent. Ooh, drink a little tea there. You know, line dancing, trying to chase the bag, trying to get all these degrees, and you know, all that time, man. And where we thought that it was, where it would end us up doing that, has really placed us in a position to be shocked and to a position not to believe what's going on right now, because we worked so hard for what we were trying to do 4 years, 6 years ago. And to have that swept off from under you, oh man, no wonder you can't go to Walmart without your bulletproof vest. People are actually on the ropes mentally. You know, we just got over COVID. Now we have to fasten our minds to think that something other than, our airlines are flying above our heads. And not only that, they are engaging with some of us. So this question mark remains. You know, being a witness to some sort of craft, I myself, then this question mark remains, and it's a heavy load to carry. This is a question mark. It's not a normal size one. It's a real big one this time. I mean, like supersized Sesame Street question mark. Bigger than Cookie Monster's trash can, for real. And the answers you seek ain't gonna come from your administration, obviously. So there's no harm in stepping outside of your, wherever you are. If you have a clear vantage point to see the sky, you can get the information you need. You can get it live, you can get it, and it'll be personal to you, and you yourself can kind of start to deal with this type of reality. If you wait until they just all show up all on the ocean, they all show up all the metropolitan areas, and they all show up, you going to wait till that time? I don't think y'all going to be able to handle that. A lot of y'all. I think it might seem you might not be ready for that. So you might want to step outside your homes now and begin to let your mind adjust to what your eyes are going to invite you to see. Because I've been a follower of these things, and I've seen them on TV. I watched specials. I did all that, and even I was not ready to see what I saw. Was not ready for that. We think our minds, we have control of it, and you do. It's something that you've been trained in all your life. You know how to eat, how to wash your hands, how to take a bath, how to say yes, ma'am, how to say no, ma'am. Oh, man, you are proficient. You could be a proficient in that, and then you're so smart that you can make a choice not to be proficient in that. Just you got a choice to go against the grain. But when your mind meets something brand new that you have nothing to um, go off of, to compare to, man, you talking about a trip. You talking about a trip because the question becomes, you know, you start questioning yourself first of all. And when you do that, then you automatically kind of like encage yourself into that reality that you can't believe that what you just saw. And that's a lot. That's a lot. And I'm a person that had desired to see this. And I can only imagine people who don't have that capacity that I have. This has to be traumatizing to the whole United States. And they make it seem like we don't care no more because they don't allow us to really talk about it, or it's not out there like that no more, or we didn't got used to it, or they didn't explained it away. And now it's on to the next thing. No. No, no, no. Because that DR bags is what they call them. That compared with things falling out of the sky that's supposed to fly. Along with things coming up out of the water. That's not supposed to. We don't have stuff, we don't have stuff like that. We got stuff that can take off on top of the water. But we don't have anything that we know of that comes up out of the water and to go out and come back into the water and do what it want to. Now, man, if put it like this, if I jumped in a swimming pool and you start shooting at me, I could literally catch the bullets. Now, something going through the water at over, 200 miles an hour. No. So you have to start, shrinking that question mark and telling yourself things that could do that. I don't think it means us no harm. I actually think it's here to help us because they've been known to cut off nuclear installations. I mean, cut they shit right off. So that's more of a help to us than anything, that we don't blow ourselves the hell up. So I don't think they here for that. And if it is another race of them that's bad, then that's just, that seems credible to me because it's some of us that's bad. Yeah. Some of us want to tear shit up and want to take over the world and all that shit. So it seems, yeah, familiar. But if you do have a question more, one thing I can tell you is that there's no need to have any kind of fear like that. I think it's a time to be more open to the possibilities. Because if it's something, like I said before, if it's something that understands spirituality more than I, yes, I would welcome its it introducing itself to me. If it's something that understands the way we supposed to be one with where we live, this planet, I welcome that type of education, one I did not receive here on this planet. Which I did, I received it from people who were more indigenous than what we have now to this planet. My grandmother and their grandmothers, my information come from that line, who really put their hands into this earth and bled and died and all that, and are in the earth right now. Yeah, that's where my information comes from. But if there's something that know something even more about that ground that my grandmother and her great-grandmother put their hands in, that would benefit me and teach me the same, man, the same knowledge on what that I could grow in my front yard that would be just as strong a medicine that we could receive from any emergency room or hospital. I welcome that. I welcome something that might have the answer to our energy woes, something that families break up over, bills, money. These evil reasons that they make us fight for most of our lives, and then they make you fight to, be old and be taken care of. I welcome something that has an answer to that, because then it becomes about who we are as human beings, and there's no color, race associated with that statement. It becomes about who we are as human beings. How can I strive to treat you at the very best that I could treat you? How can I strive to invent, be creative, which I seriously believe that's what we are here to do. All these other things that we have been taught and led in a direction to acquire has dumbed us down to the point where we don't even believe the creators of our reality when they show up. So dig that, ponder that for a minute, and start helping yourself with that question mark that you've been willingly carrying around because you want to be told when it's right in your face. Hey, I'm Dr. Shep, man, and as usual, coming back across the track once again, my friend. I've walked on water, I've walked on land. I got kings and queens that want to shake my hand. Who am I? The doctor. Man, I want to thank everybody that's chiming in and everybody that's going to chime in. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, man, go ahead and do so, because we are going forward into this new year with new information as it happens. Now, on the channel, we try to keep our conversation at a range. That's why I say we have living room conversations here at the Honeybee Lounge here in Dr. Shep's office. You dig what I'm saying? We talk about shit that normally might not pass the rules here on Facebook or here on YouTube, but I just take that chance and do it anyway because I think it's worth it. So I want to thank everybody that has been chiming in. I want to thank everybody that has, subscribed to the channel. If you look and please take time to hit that like button. If you want to leave any kind of response or anything like that, do so down in the DMs, man. And until then, I want to see y'all next Friday here on 1.0. Big shout out to my producer Q. A big shout out to my mother company, Black Earth Inc. And a big shout out to my co-producer, Miss Amanda. I'm Dr. Shep, and I'll be seeing you in the future.
Can't get a game for free. Shit, I got some change on me. Look into my eyes, moving it right. I might just pay the fee. She's a cash bleed. She got a way of making the block free.